Hello students, we are going to continue with the structures lesson. So today we are going to study the concept of stress. Please take your books and underline with me. First of all, what is a stress? We are going to read the definition.
Stress is the internal tension which all bodies experience when one or more forces are applied to them.
Okay, so the stress is what the object feels when you apply a force on it, when you apply a load. Remember that a load is a force that it is applied on an object. So we have 5 types of stress and we must differentiate between them. We are going to study one by one. The first one is called traction.
Traction. Traction is produced when forces try to stretch the body they act on.
Stretch means in Spanish estirar. So, objects like the rubber band of a catapult or the cables on a suspension bridge are examples of traction. Do you see in the image that we are stretching the band of this catapult? Next stress, compression.
Compression. We see this when forces try to crush or compress a body.
Okay, we are trying to compress, comprimir, to make it smaller. Examples of this, the legs of a table or the columns of a bridge. For example, in this picture, this woman is trying to compress the ball. Next one, bending.
Bending. This is when forces try to bend the body they act on.
Try to bend. Bend means doblar. We can find this type of stress in the bar in a wardrobe, like in the picture. When you hang your clothes from the bar is trying to resist the weight of the clothes and we bend the bar. Next one, torsion.
Torsion. In this case, the forces try to twist the body they act on.
Twist means retorcer, like in this picture. When you try to dry a cloth, you are twisting it. Other examples, when we sharpen a pencil or when we turn a key to open a door. And the last one that we are going to study, shearing or cutting.
Shearing or cutting. When we apply this force, we are using forces that try to divide something.
We are trying to divide, to break into 2 different parts. For example, when we cut a piece of paper or when a picture hangs on a hook on the wall. This means un cuadro cuelga de un gancho de la pared. We are going to make this exercise. Here you have to give me the name of the type of stress that we are applying in these different situations. Please stop the video till you finish the exercise and then we will correct it. The first one, the forces are trying to stretch the object, make it longer. So we are talking about a traction stress, traction or tension. In the second one, forces are trying to bend the object. So we are talking about a bending stress. In the third one, forces are trying to twist the object. So we are talking about a torsion stress. Next one. Forces are trying to compress the object, make it smaller. So we are talking about a compression stress. And in the last one, forces are trying to divide the object. So we are talking about a shearing or cutting stress. I've got another exercise for you. Locate all the stresses in these drawings. Please stop the video till you finish. Let's correct the exercise. The first one, when this girl rotates around the bar, it is a torsion stress. And the bar itself, with the weight of the girl, it is a bending stress. And this part, if we amplify it, this is a shearing or cutting stress. We are trying to divide this structure, okay? Separate it into two different parts. And what about these ropes? This is a traction stress. And the arms of this girl, while she's hanging from the bar, also traction stress. And what about the chair? When you sit on it, it is suffering a bending stress. And these columns here, they are suffering compression. And this bar here, that it is trying to keep together the two columns, also traction. And this bar, the horizontal bar, bending. To finish, I recommend you in the Aula Virtual in Unit 7.1 Structures to play with this activity that is called Forces Lab. And you have here different forces, and the first one is a compression stress. And also you can find real-life examples like the columns on a building structure. Okay, you can play with the different stresses. For example, torsion, object, and in real life we can see it in the Tacoma Bridge. And when you finish with all of these stresses, go back to the Aula Virtual and watch this video. This is a real video. When you finish, try to answer to these questions on your notebook. What type of stress is the bridge suffering? What is applying a force upon the bridge? Who is the responsible for this strange movement of the bridge? Where did it happen? And when did it happen? Once you finish with the activities, let's explain you the homework. Exercise 2, Structures Presentation Exercise. You can download it from this link. Okay, save it in your computer and open it. Very important, first of all, habilitar edición. Here are the 2 pages of the book that we have studied. And then we are going to begin with the activities. In the first activity, you have to identify the type of stress. For example, if you press in this rectangle, you can write here the type of stress that this object is suffering. It is a compression stress. You have to do the same with the other photographs. Second activity, write the definition of traction, compression, bending, torsion, shearing, or cutting. Okay, look at the book. Traction, forces that try to stretch the object. Okay, continue, write it. And here you have to write an example. You have examples on the book. Torsion, when you try to open a door with a key. Okay, you can use this example or another one. And the last activity, that is not activity number 5, is activity number 3. Take a selfie of yourself, okay, to show the different types of stress in your living. So you must look for examples. You can use something that is elastic to make it, okay, photographs, and you must appear doing different types of stresses. Remember that in insertar cuadro de texto, you have to write the type of stress, and then under it you must add a photograph. Insertar imagen, and you can add a photo here. Okay, continue working. See you next week.